My dear students, in today's lecture, I will be explaining to you about ecological pyramids. Ecological pyramid is a graphic representation of trophic structure and function of an ecosystem, starting with producers at the base, followed by successive trophic levels. So in the successive trophic levels, what you have? You have herbivores above producers, followed by primary carnivores, and so on until you reach top carnivores at the apex. At the apex, you have top carnivores. So that is what is called as ecological pyramid. And this was proposed by Charles Elton in 1927. And the ecological parameters that are basis for uh, ecological pyramids are there are three parameters. So basing on these three parameters, we have three different types of ecological pyramids. So the first one is based on number of individuals in the ecosystem, and the second one is based on the amount of biomass in the ecosystem. The third one is amount of energy present in various trophic levels of a food chain. And the ecological pyramids can be upright. They can be upright. That means they'll have a larger base and gradually tapering towards the tip. And it can be inverted. It can be inverted in shape, narrow at the base, and gradually becoming broader towards the tip. And the third one is spindle shaped. So narrow at both the base and tip with broader part in the middle. So these are the three different types of ecological pyramids basing on these three parameters which I have mentioned. So this is ecological pyramids. Ecological pyramid basing on the numbers. So in the bottom, you can see there are producers. There are many in number. And then above that, you have herbivores. They eat these herbs, and so they are basically vegetarian. So these primary consumers occupy the level above producers. And above their level, we have secondary consumers. And then finally, we have top carnivores. So tiger, and then eagle, lion, man. So all these are top carnivores. So as you can see, bottom is wide and then tip is narrow. On the other hand, we have inverted pyramid. So if you look at this, there is a tree, a single tree, and there are so many birds. So they are basically herbivores. And then in the birds, we have parasites, and parasites harbor hyperparasites. So this is how inverted pyramid of numbers look like. So we have seen upright pyramid, and also we have seen inverted pyramid. And now let us see the pyramid which is spindle shaped. So the pyramid that is on the right hand side is spindle shaped pyramid. So bottom you have um, uh, uh, bottom and the tip are narrow, and in the middle you have wider base. So this actually again you can consider a tree, and the tree is um, a house is um, providing food for birds, and these birds are small birds. So small birds are eaten by big birds like eagle. So the number of eagles that we see are less, whereas small birds are big in number. Okay, but the number of trees again is smaller. So that's why this pyramid takes spindle shape. So bottom and tip are narrow, and in the middle it is wider. And now let me consider another type of ecological pyramid. So this is pyramid of biomass. So here also again you can see these two types of pyramids, upright pyramid as well as inverted pyramid. So bottom you have upright pyramid, is actually terrestrial ecosystem, gives the example of upright pyramid. It has got producers which uh, or heavier. So which means you have large biomass of producers, and then above that we have herbivores, which are less in weight, lighter in weight, and then above that we have primary carnivores. They are still lighter in weight, and then finally, we have top carnivore, which is lion. So all these producers, grass and other small plants, they start at 1,000 kilograms, and then herbivores. They by the time it reaches the herbivores, um, so they'll weigh 100 kg, and then primary carnivores it becomes 10 kilograms, and then finally top carnivore it would become 1 kilogram of biomass. And then coming to the inverted pyramid. So this example comes from aquatic ecosystem. So aquatic ecosystem we have small fish eating the big fish. Actually, for small fish, it is the zooplankton. Zooplankton are the food. So the weight of the weight that you consider here is less, and then as you go up, the carnivores, they are they weigh a heavy mass. So that's how this is a inverted pyramid. So it starts from narrow base, and it goes up. By the time you reach the tip, it becomes wider. So that is filled with carnivores. So as you can see, the zooplankton, it starts at 4 grams per meter square, and then herbivores, that is small fish, they become 8 grams per meter square, and by the time you eat sharks and big fish, it becomes 12 grams per meter square. So this is about the pyramids, biomass pyramid, upright as well as inverted. Now coming to the third one, we have pyramid of energy. So producers produce heavy amount of energy. That's something like 10,000 kilocalories per kilocalories, and then by the time it reaches the primary consumer, it becomes 1,000 kilocalories, and remaining amount is gone into the consumed for metabolic processes. Okay, so metabolic processes take that much of amount of energy, and only 10% of it is reaching the primary consumer, and then from there another 10% would be reaching the secondary consumer, and from there again another 10% would be reaching the tertiary consumer. And at every stage, you could see that the 90% of energy loss is taking place. So this is about the ecological pyramids. So as I mentioned, you have seen three types of pyramids, um, basing on number of individuals and amount of biomass, and the third one is amount of energy. So that's all I wanted to explain to you in ecological pyramids. Thank you very much.